Today is April 17, 2020. Today completes my 3 weeks home quarantine from coronavirus. Today, as at today, 37,000 people have died in the United States. As at today, 37,000 people have lost their lives due to Covid-19. And I am still alive. I am alive not because I am smart. I am alive not because I am worthy. I am alive not because I am righteous, but I am alive because of the grace of God that kept me through this period of this sickness. I was a victim, but I am alive today. Glory be to God. I have a bad news and I have a good news for you. And I want to start with the bad news. The bad news is, as I speak, nobody knows anything about coronavirus. Nobody understands this sickness. No experts, no scientists understand the intricacies of this sickness. They are just applying academic exercise. They are just applying their academic exercise, but they do not know, they do not have the minute detail concerning this sickness. They don't. They are trying anyway as human beings. They have really tried. They have really tried with the models. They come with different models. Today they change it. Tomorrow they add something. Tomorrow, they do not understand. And we have every reason to be afraid, because when you do not know the facts, you tend to be afraid. If you do not understand, if you don't know the facts, you tend to be confused. We do not know the facts. Especially, we don't know what happened in China. Maybe in due course, maybe in the next few days, the truth might come out. But right now, nobody understands. We do not know the fact of this sickness. That's the bad news. But the good news is, the world has not come to an end. The world has not come to an end with this disease. It hasn't. It's just a temporary shutdown. God, the supreme power, to me, in my own understanding, God just decided to shut the world down temporarily so that he can reset it. The world needed it to be reset. Things were going out of hand. Things were going wrong. A lot of things went wrong. The world was moving in a very fast pace. So God decides to slow it down, shut it down, and reset. And hopefully it may come out better after this. That's the good news. The world has not come to an end. It's just a temporary shutdown for reset. Now, I want to go straight to my COVID-19 experience. Sometimes in March, the middle of March, I experienced some symptoms at my workplace. And that includes dry cough, sore throat, fever, chills, shortness of breath, wheezing, fatigue, body aches, body pains that I have never in my life experienced before. I used to have malaria when I was in Nigeria, in Africa. I used to be sick, but I have never experienced this kind of body ache. So I decided to go for test. Actually, the test is luxury. To have COVID test here is luxury. I had to go through a lot to get to be tested. And I needed it because I was going through so much pains. So it took me like an hour drive from Houston to Baytown to have a test. Within a week, the result was out. They called me and told me that the test came out positive for COVID-19. And they called me on April 1st. So I thought it was April Fool. I closed my eyes and opened it, and it was real. It wasn't April Fool. Because most times we just want to believe that it cannot be me. I just took it with denial and all that, but it was real because I had all the symptoms. So I asked the informant, the person that broke the news to me, the results to me. I said, okay, ma'am, now you're telling me I have a 1-month-old baby at home. I have a 70-something-year-old mom at home. I have 2.5 years old baby, boy, son, and my wife and my nephew. What should I do? She said, okay, as at this time we do not have any known cure. We do not know have the treatment. What you have to do is to stay at home. Quarantine yourself and stay at home. I said, okay, ma'am, I understand, but I'm going through pains. I have sore throat, body aches, and everything. She said, well, there is nothing we can do right now. Call your doctor. So immediately I hung up with her. I called my doctor. My doctor said, well, there is no known cure. What she will advise me is for me to stay at home. And I asked for medication. She said, no. I said, ma'am, can you give me citromycin? She said, no, they are not authorized to give that. And I said, okay, what else? I mean, she said, if the symptom gets worse, you can call emergency and go to the, call 911 and go to the emergency. And I said, okay. So God so bless. This is a lifesaver. This is game changer. Listen attentively. When I went to Africa last year, I bought this anti-malaria medication. They call it Lonart. And I told my wife. My wife said, okay, start taking it, because I had some of the symptoms that look like malaria. My wife said, take it. I started taking it. 4 tablets in the morning, 4 tablets at night for 3 days. This, by the grace of God, saved my life because it arrested the severe pains and whatever could have come out. This took care of it immediately. It arrested the situation at that moment. This is Lonart, kind of malaria medication. It helped me a lot. It saved my life. So I took it. After that, I still had some symptoms: shortness of breath, body ache, hallucination, and all that. Some bad dreams, wild dreams. I said, okay. So when I went to the emergency, because I had to go to the emergency. They gave me this. They call it azithromycin. Azithromycin helped me with the shortness of breath. And I took it for like 5 days. It helped me a lot. Then I also resorted to these African herbs like ginger, lime, garlic, onions, abonike. I boil it in the hot water and I inhale it. I drink it like nobody's business. I drank this every morning and evening. I had to leave. I made sure I lived. I licked Dettol. I don't know if it's good for you or what, but I dip my hands in a bottle, Dettol's bottle, and I lick it in my tongue. I lick them. I lick Dettol. I lick it, and it helped me with the sore throat. Dettol. I don't prescribe for anybody, but that's what I took, and it helped me. So I just want us to know that we are black people. If the white people have coronavirus, they will be given something. They will live. 95% of white people live. 90% of white people recover. Why? And 70-something% of black dies. Why? So when you add one and one together, you have to come up with something. Take something. Treat it as malaria. That's how I treated it, and I live. I had Covid-19, and I'm standing. I am free today. The Harris County Public Health System declared me COVID-19 free today, and I'm still standing. Thank you, and God bless you, and I don't wish this on even my enemies.